Today, we are here today with Carly. We're going to be talking about building an online community. I'm sure you guys noticed right away that Joe is not here today. He is once again in Ibiza, Spain. You know, he's a worldwide jet setter, so he's out there today teaching in Ibiza, so he's unable to join us today. He will be here next week, tentatively. He might get sent back to Ibiza, but right now, Joe should be back next week. Just wanted to give some quick updates on the site and channel as a whole. We are, like I've said it, I think like for 4 weeks straight, but we do have videos being produced right now. I've gotten a lot of videos from a lot of instructors that we have out there right now. They're all in editing right now. We're fixing everything up. We should have one up for you guys this Friday. We should have Photoshop Beginner. And then next week we'll be releasing another video, and we will be ramping up again to 3 videos a week. We're just getting everything back. We have tons of videos being made. And again, drop in the chat, what topics you would like us to cover. It always can move up our list. Again, we have a list over 150 topics that we're currently creating. But if there's something that you guys want to see, up sooner rather than later, just let us know and we'll get that started. I know there's been a lot of asks for Power Apps and Power Automate and also Power Guy. And yes, we are working on getting those. I'm currently looking for a Power Automate guy. I had somebody, but they had to drop out. But I have somebody else in mind, so I'll be getting that made based on the comments from last week. And so I do want to introduce, though, our guest today is Carly Lutz. She's been here at Learnit as well. She's also a fellow coworker of ours. We've been doing a lot of work centered, building an online community between our YouTube channel and also offsite, which is something that we've mentioned a lot here on the channel. And also it's mentioned a lot in our videos, and it's a link to every single video description. And I know maybe we haven't explained it best to everyone here about what exactly offsite is. So today we'll be going through everything offsite has to offer, and then also touch upon how you build an online community. Carly's been doing this for over a year now, building offsite, and she's had some spectacular results on driving up membership and engagement, and even drumming up business through offsite. So it's been a big, huge success for Learnit, and we're just glad to have her here to, number one, explain it to all you guys about what the advantages are of joining it, because it is, you get a ton out of offsite. There's a lot of options and features that you can get from offsite. And then, but before we get there, I almost always forget this, and it's something we do every single show. It's our mugs. So today I have my raccoon mug. This one I just got last night, actually. It was a gift. And I just opened it up today. And so I was like, oh, perfect timing. I can share it today on today's show. So that's my mug today. And then Carly, do you have a mug?
I do. Mine says, "Get your happy on." It's one of my favorites from a local coffee shop here in San Diego. So,
oh, nice.
Cheers, everybody.
So without further ado, let's jump into offsite. And again, I know we've mentioned offsite a lot, guys. We've every single show. And so we're going to get into what is offsite exactly. And then, so Carly, do you want to maybe just give a quick overview of what offsite is, and just maybe some quick advantages that it would offer to everyone?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ben. Thank you for having me. I'm thrilled to be here. And again, everybody, Ben and I work really closely together, and it's been so much fun to watch this community on YouTube grow and also kind of build that in conjunction with our learning community. So super excited to be here with all of you. And of course, Ben, I'll start with just why don't I go ahead and I'll just go ahead and share offsite. But before I do that and I share my screen, I just want to share with everybody that really at Learnit, it became a natural way for us to keep helping people learn. So, say you've been watching our YouTube videos for the last couple months, for maybe last couple years. We really want to have a place. Our goal was really to build a community around that so that we could start to interact with you more, provide you with more live content like Ben's doing here, and just make our learning stickier. Because I think if we've learned anything in the last year, it's that we can't all learn or grow alone and siloed. We can all do our different thing online. There's a lot of content out there, but really I think the value is having a sense of community, having a place where we can all come together and learn. And so that's become just a big part of Learnit and kind of our ethos. And really you're helping us build that. So with that, I'll go ahead and share my screen and go ahead and open offsite. And just at a high level, let's see. Ben, can you see my screen here in offsite?
Yeah, I'll share it right now.
Awesome.
All right.
So at its core, I also like to think of Offsite. Offsite is a community dedicated to the skills, principles, and connections needed to thrive in today's workplace. A lot of people that are familiar with Reddit will sometimes think of Offsite as almost like more of an exclusive, curated combination of Reddit boards. So what I mean by that is when you come into Offsite initially, and I'll show you how to join in just a moment, but when you come into Offsite initially, things kind of read as just what's most top of mind, what are people talking about, and you can see what's kind of most top of mind, people joining the latest events. We're doing the event that we have today and the people that RSVP'd here. But really, I think where we get the most value out of Offsite here is that you can learn by topic. So at Learnit, we train on a variety of skills, everything from Excel and Office application, like many of you are familiar with already on YouTube. And we also train on professional development and soft skills. So here in Offsite, you can come and search by topic. And we have an engagement board and questions that you can ask based on the topic. So you can explore topics in here, but say I'm interested in Excel. And I can see most of our 3,000 members are a member of this Excel channel because it's one of our top topics. But I can come in here and I can ask my own question. I can attach my own Excel file and ask a question. And our team of instructors, the expert instructors that you're all familiar with watching the podcast, so Joe is in here, all of our other instructors are in here, and we'll get back to you within 48 hours. So if you have a specific question and you're ready to kind of have some more one-on-one engagement with our team, you can ask a question in 48 hours, and within 48 hours, we will get back to you. You can even post a video of yourself. You can pose a question to the larger community here if you're wanting to learn something specific. Or you can expand it to an entire article and contribute. So this is really meant to be a way for you to contribute. I also think of this similarly if you're familiar with Reddit. That's kind of a feature that's similar. Another really great thing about Offsite is that, and by these specific topics, is you can see live events that we're hosting on that specific topic. So you can see we do a lot of live events here on Excel. We did a 45-minute or an hour session on Excel for emerging leaders on Friday. And we have a lot of live engagements, and that includes Excel today. So if you're ever not sure when the next podcast is, as an Offsite member, you can always stay the most up to date on when we're running the podcast, when we're running other live engagements, when we're running other Ask the Expert sessions.
Yeah. I just want to get to the question part. And everyone you ask the question, you attach your spreadsheet. You're having trouble tell. You're just like, hey, some to work, some to work. You can put it in there, and you can attach your spreadsheet. Just let them know what you're having trouble with, and it'll get answered by an instructor. Josh, a whole bunch of instructors that are monitoring this and answering all the questions.
Right, exactly. So just to go to, I needed help creating pivot tables with column, C and D. Exactly. So thank you, Ben, for kind of reiterating that. And we will get back to you. We will get back to you within 2 business days. So great. And Ben, any questions coming through the chat that I can address here?
Nothing great.
Okay, great.
You guys have any questions about how to use Offsite or what other? If you have any questions that you want us to put in there, show you how to do it, and then you'll post questions. I know. Demoed it right there.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, please. Yeah, exactly. Please do reach out to me with any questions, or put them in the chat here, and we'll address them while we're live. I think the second benefit I just really want to call out with Offsite that you can start using immediately as a free member. Again, I want to emphasize this is all free. So this is all free currently, and we're still testing and building the community. And so by being kind of an early adopter member, you're also helping us test new content, interview new instructors. You're really part of helping us build this, and Ben and I are, beta testing a lot of these projects. And so I think another big part of being a part of Offsite, being a part of this YouTube community, is growing with us, and also having an active part in what you want to see created. So Ben's creating YouTube videos based on what you comment. I'm creating events based on polls I'm creating an offsite. So this is really meant to be collaborative. But before I go into that too, another immediate benefit is these live events we have and staying most up to date with really all of Learnit's free online programming. So we have the live stream from today. We have a special interactive workshop coming up at 10 a.m. And we also have weekly Ask the Expert sessions that look similar to this Excel Today session as well. They're a little bit more demonstration style and less conversational, but we do those every Wednesday. And every Friday, we bring in a guest expert. A lot of times they're a thought leader from an outside company. And we do panel discussions, or we do a special topic on something that Learnit might not teach in-house. For example, we've brought in a lot of speakers on inclusion in the workplace. And we're bringing in an executive producer of a documentary to talk about sustainable agriculture. So we try to keep this creative and top of mind, so you get to learn new skills.
Yeah, and a big advantage of guys is you guys see the Friday event every Friday. Everyone comments kind of into this room where it's much more active on camera with the presenter and everything. The way to get there is going outside and then go to the feed, and it will have the link in there. So join in there and then more interactive. I do feel like questions in the chat. You can put them into the live event, but you'll be less directly. You have a face-to-face and Carly.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. That's also a great thing to point out for you. So for anyone that, like you said, is already live streaming the live events, by being a member of Offsite, you get automatic access to the Zoom room. And the experience in Zoom is just right. You can have your camera on, you can chat directly. We try to prioritize those questions just because they're coming directly from members. So thank you for highlighting that, Ben. It makes it a seamless process to join and ask your questions and engage when you are an Offsite member, because you can join the Zoom room as well.
Yeah. And another big thing is just networking, meeting other people. I mean, majority of our clients are HR professionals, training providers, and people taking classes, learning who are already at major companies. And so, you work with them, maybe I'm job in there, maybe hire in there. So there is that ability to work with other professionals. Find out what they're doing, how they're using or what kind of analysis they're using. The power network.
Absolutely, Ben, and you can always, this is meant to be very inclusive and interactive. So if you see someone's profile that sounds really interesting, say Marissa, I'm like, ooh, Marissa is the coordinator, community coordinator at Learnit. She's located in Florida. I'm in Florida. I can chat Marissa and say hello. And in that light, I also want to say that Marissa and I are always available, and we check Offsite every day. And so if you have a question around navigation, even around just finding courses that are most relevant to you, if you're like, hey, I really want to I'm really trying to become a better data analyst, or I'm trying to, kind of break into the career of data analytics, or I'm trying to move up to a manager position, we can help prescribe the types of sessions that are going to be most relevant to you. So please reach out to us. But in that light, you can also network and reach out to any of our members. And there's also perks with, if you're referring members in or colleagues in, you can see Sophia is a bronze ambassador, so she's referred 4 people. And there's also benefits associated with that. So after you refer 2 people, there's a benefit with that, and you get a discount, or actually a free seat in a Learnit Excel class. So again, we really want to help grow this all together, and we'd love to see you and your colleagues, your friends in here collaborating with each other.
that reminds me real quick. We are doing it. I see that there's echoing. I thought maybe it was my end, but I think it might be due to the screen sharing. So let me just try something. All right. Now there's no echoing. Yeah, so it is the screen sharing. I don't know why, but for some reason there's an echo happening with the screen share. Anyway, but Yeah, so you can become an ambassador. You can get free seats to class, but I almost forgot to do our giveaway today. So again, we're going to be doing 3 days of Excel we have upcoming next week. Again, this is about $1,000 worth of class, just under $1,000 worth of free classes. It's going to be 3 days of Excel. It's going to be the Excel introduction, intermediate, and advanced class. It's going to be from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's going to be with a live instructor, and there's a ton of people in those classes. I think there's over 30 people in each day of the class. So there's going to be tons of other students you can interact with and talk with and chat with as well. It's going to be a very, very fun class. So next week, and so how to win, again, I will do this one again real quick. If you email cx@learnit.com, I'm just going to drop this in the chat. The first person that emails that email address and puts in offsite in the subject and in the body of the email will be our winner. So the first person who does that, so cx@learnit.com, and again, that's about $1,000 worth of training that we're giving away for free. And it's with our professional instructors. I think actually my good friend Toby is going to be teaching one of those classes. He's a great instructor, guys. He goes through it very thoroughly, and he will answer every single question you guys have in the class. And he puts in the extra effort. He's one of our best instructors. He was one of our best technical instructors, and as far as Excel goes, he's been knocking out of the box. So it's actually a very special class, I would say. A special chance to learn from a great instructor, Toby DeChant. So again, just first person email cx@learnit.com. I'll check it at the end of the show, see if anyone's done it. And again, offsite in the subject and offsite in the body, and that'll be the winner. And yeah, that's it for the giveaway today. But let's get back to online. We've talked about offsite, Learnit's own online community. But the amount of work and everything like that's gone into building it has been incredible. Watching it grow from an idea to actually having nearly 10,000 members has been all Carly's hard work. Putting together those weekly events, that's not easy. I can tell you guys, just getting people to record is really hard. Getting people to show up on this show is really hard. It's a lot of work to get this done. And I've really been in awe of everything that Carly's been able to do, because for a lot of it, it was just Carly doing it herself. She now has Marissa with her helping out a lot too, but it's really been her thing, and it's been amazing to watch it grow. So I really want to get into that online community building. It's super important to every single company. A lot of companies do it through Facebook, because it's easy. The thing is though, is you're stuck in Facebook's world. You're stuck in what they can offer you. And yes, they can offer a lot, but you look just like everyone else. Your site, your page, your Facebook page, the only thing you do is change some logos. You can't really change the colors or anything like that. So you're really stuck in their box. And so to take it to that next level for your company is to, build your own community website. And that's what Carly's done. And I just kind of want to talk to her about how that journey has gone. Carly, what has been the hardest thing of building this an online community?
Yeah. Well, thanks, Ben, for that, glowing intro. But I think one of the things that I learned early on was, at first I thought, okay, we need to have just tons of content. I need to pump it with content early on, so then people see the value. And I think one thing I learned, and that I really learned actually through Gina Bianchini, who's the founder of Mighty Networks. If anyone's looking to kind of start exploring, kind of creating their own network, I would really advise just checking out Mighty Networks. Not that you have to use an outside platform. If you're a web developer or someone, you can of course kind of build your own or build it on top of your site. But Mighty Networks is a great platform to kind of start and see how people are designing communities. But that helped me a lot in, her idea was that don't worry so much about the content. Build just a framework for people to engage and allow people to contribute their ideas and show you what they want. And I think that was a mindset shift where early on, I would throw out a couple questions to people and just say what's most top of mind for you right now? Like, how are you staying sane in the pandemic? What skill gaps do you have right now? Or, if you're between jobs, what are the skills that you don't have on your resume that you want to build? If you're a manager, what skills are you trying to work on right now? It would just kind of throw out different things that then actually gave me more energy and inspiration as the community manager to say, okay, now I kind of know what people are looking for. Now I'll go and build that. So I think one of the main challenges I think community managers and anyone building a community comes up against is just this daunting task of trying to build content and different journeys for people and feeling like you have to have all the answers, when really, no, just you creating the space for people to come together, and then using those insights to then build content, was a really big change, and it really helped us. It really helped us grow. And I think the second thing too is once you have a solid kind of beta group, one thing Marissa and I did is we then just decided, okay, we have a small group. How can we create consistency for these people so we're helping them build habits? And that's when we built a consistent calendar of programming. So the weekly Wednesday sessions, building in Ben's Thursday Excel sessions, our Friday events. And we built this consistency with people. We'd ask a poll the same day every week. So building this consistency with people. And we would also theme the event. We also theme the events based on the month. So at the end of the month, if you're joining us for 4 sessions, you're going to actually get a badge of certification in data analysis that you can share with your network. So to that light, I think helping people build habits and also making whatever you're offering sticky so that people want to stay with you. They want to learn with you, because they get to share that with their network. They get to be a part of that community, but also share it with their employer or whoever, what that job they're going after, that, hey, I'm consistently pursuing my own learning. I'm consistently showing up to this community, and I'm committed to this. I think giving people a place to commit to is really important.
Yeah, for sure. I like that you mentioned the digital badges. And again, that's another advantage, guys, of joining Offsite is you can earn those digital badges. There's one every month that you can earn by just attending all 4 community events each Friday. And you have to log in through our system so that we can track that for you. So it's official, like that. But that's a digital badge that you can share on LinkedIn and other social media aspects. We use we work with a Badger to create those digital badges. So it's actually something that's an industry standard that can be applied to any other system that uses Badger. And there's a lot of large scale companies that use Badger, and so you can bring your badges over there to prove that your skill set, that you've earned these badges. So there's a lot of I don't want, well, they're not clients anymore, but I know that there's a super large retailer that the show Superstore is based on, and I know for a fact that they use those skill badges and everything like that. So it's definitely something that is coming into the workplace as well. So again, another advantage of being a member of Offsite. But Carly, I have one question I definitely had for you, and this is one I think that's probably helpful to anyone that's trying to build an online community. Yeah. What do you wish you knew before you started? Like, what was something that you wish you knew before you started building the whole Offsite as a whole thing?
Yeah, something I wish I had known before. I think one thing is that I wish I had known just that it might take longer than I thought. I think I had these expectations too that, oh yeah, we're even an organization that already has a big following. Ben already has this amazing YouTube community. I think one thing I wish I had known was just that patience is also key with building a community. I think we see these like overnight successes or people that have like millions of Instagram followers and you're like, oh my God, okay, I want to go do that or be that. But it's like pushing like a snowball down the hill. It has to build over time. So I guess I wish I would have come in with the mindset of kind of having more of a long-term mindset of, okay, this is going to take a while. Take it one day at a time. It's not going to just, maybe we will go viral at some point, but it's usually in the cases of building community. I think it takes some time to build trust with people and for them to even get familiar with you. Right now I have relationships with a lot of our community members. And so I think one thing I wish I would have known too is that I think a lot of times if you want to build a meaningful community, it is really relationship based too. But I also think that brings me to my next point too, Ben, of like, I think one thing I wish I had known is I didn't have any measurements for success going in. I was just kind of like, oh, if it's growing, then that means we're being successful. When really, I think I wish I would have measured our early success on just like, no, if one person chats me, thank you, or one person just expresses interest in a class, or one person says, hey, I got a ton of value out of YouTube and I'm super excited to be here. Like just early pieces of encouragement are, I think, way more worth like just trying to skyrocket your early growth. Of course, growth is super important and you want to be monitoring that. But I think early on I was chasing that too much, or came in with the idea of like, we just have to be huge overnight versus, I think I wish I had just come into it with like, slow and steady wins the race, right? Just slowly do it, slowly allow it to build versus putting all this pressure on yourself for it to go viral overnight. If that makes sense.
No, it makes total sense. I mean, just the reality of anyone that's trying to start a YouTube channel or anything like that, it's a lot of work even to get to 1,000 subscribers, and that's the monetized, threshold now. It used to be 30,000. Just getting to that was a ton of work. It took another team a couple years to get there. So it takes a long time, guys, to build these sites and everything like that. And that's, I think the thing you said is most important is that consistency. You got to have that consistency, just nailing it every single week. If you guys can take a Scrum, I highly recommend using Scrum. I'm a proponent of Scrum. I use it over here at Learnit all the time, and people love, just your managers and everything like that love Scrum because your sprint reviews, you're able to go over all the pitfalls, successes, and everything like that. And it really does work to clear up things up. But just mentioning that is, you want to take that same approach to your social media game, is just to be consistent. The one of the top rules in Scrum is you never cancel your Scrum reviews or your meetings. You either reschedule them, but you never cancel them. And if you have a daily meeting, you never cancel, as long as it's a work day, obviously, but you never cancel the meeting. That's the same mindset everyone you have to take to building an online community. You cannot stop. It has to be consistently building. And that's what makes it such hard work, is just being able to create, great content, and also just being able to just doing the same, making sure you're doing those same marks each week. It's definitely a climb, and it's definitely something, if anyone's trying to build an online community, prepare for that. Obviously there's overnight sensations that hit here and there, but almost everyone that you see on YouTube or any type of successful podcast or anything like that, it's a slow build, and it's just the consistent, slow and steady wins that race, and you will get there. Believe me, you will get there. It just takes a lot of hard work and time. There's no easy fix for that.
Yeah. And I think as someone who's building community, you also have to make it fun for yourself, or else I think you will burn out. Like it's a lot to stay consistent and be building content and, going after guest speakers. And so I think you have to make it fun for yourself and surround yourself with a team or just even people that are also passionate about community. One thing, even having Marissa on my team, is just having someone else be like, okay, who are we going after this month? Who are we going to have guest speaking? And kind of having someone to strategize with. And same with Ben. Like Ben and I kind of feed on each other's energy. Otherwise, you might, it is a lot to be consistent. You don't want to burn yourself out early on. So I think that's going in with that long-term mindset and saying, okay, how can I make this sustainable? So it's not just me, but I have a team of people, or I just even have a mentor or someone that's going to help me make this fun and keep my energy up. Because it can be really fun, right? You're as you grow, you get to talk to more guest speakers, you get to be on podcasts like this. It starts to build. But I think having a team of people and just making it fun for yourself every day, even just reminding yourself why you're building it. Like I have a sticky note every day of just, okay, why am I doing this? Just reminding yourself why you're being consistent, why you're doing this, I think is super important too.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's just don't burn out. Don't make like 10,000. Don't feel like you have to do 10,000 posts when you first start. Like Carly said, just filling up on any type of content and stuff like that. You want to keep that pace sustainable, because you will feel it. It's a grind every day. I mean, even for here, like I love doing this show. But my favorite aspect of it is just booking the guests. That's like my favorite thing for whatever reason. I love reaching out to people, collaborating with them, and then, bringing it to here so we can bring it to the audience here. That's like my favorite part of it. And that's what keeps me going, is just booking guests. The other parts of it I like too as well. I love getting new videos up. I love interacting with everybody on the chat. It's a ton of fun for me. But yeah, you always want it to be fun, because if it becomes a grind, it's probably something you probably can't sustain. Like you said, you'll burn out. Well, we actually are right up on time, Carly. I told you this would go fast.
I know you told me it would fly by, and it really did. So you weren't kidding.
We got a question here from James, could you organize a Friday event on Scrum? You know what? We can work on that for sure. We do have we worked with RJ. We had RJ on the show here. He actually is with C Prime. C Prime actually is at one of the few companies that does Scrum. They're a great Scrum company. I attended their Scrum training. It was fantastic. You can become a certified Scrum Master with them, or a certified product owner. They actually do all the Scrum training. And they are leaders in the field of Scrum training. So I can definitely work on getting somebody for the Friday event. Maybe we can do an hour-long thing. But I think for sure we can definitely get somebody for Excel today as well to come on and talk about Scrum real quick. That's definitely something we can do, James. And I'll start working on it today. So I'll email our buddy over there and see if we can get that set up. Let's see. If you guys have any other questions or any other topics you want to see on future shows, be sure to drop them in there. Again, we have the link to Offsite. Go in there on the ticker if you guys want to go and join. Again, you get a ton of advantages if you're watching like one of our Power BI videos and you're stuck on something that's being demonstrated there, or it's just not clicking. You can ask a question, and again, if you have like an Excel question you have on a spreadsheet, if it's just not working, you can attach the spreadsheet. Your instructors will be able to see it, and they will get those answers to you for 48 hours. And again, there's networking on Offsite as well, and then there's all the free events. And if you join Offsite, you can actually be more interactive and more of a part of those events as well. Again, tomorrow we're going to have that Friday event. What is the topic tomorrow, Carly?
Tomorrow is storytelling to sell your big idea.
Yeah, so like, let's say you guys did a big, you've like for whatever reason you had to research all this data and everything like that, and now you need to present it to to your boss or your manager, like what the results are, like what's the story you're trying to tell with that. That's what this type of class can or this type of topic can help you with. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. And again, if you want to be more active, so you can actually see the instructor, they can see your face, you can turn on a video camera and be super interactive in the Zoom thing. Go to Offsite, join today, and sign up for the event, and you'll be right in there. If you guys have any other questions, I don't see too many. Oh yeah, is this the link to the event?
It is. Yeah, sorry, Ben. I tried to put it in the chat there, but yeah, that's the link to the event.
Drop it in there for everyone. So this is the direct link to the event. So if you go there, you'll be able to sign up, and awesome. Yeah, you'll see Carly tomorrow, and I'll be in the background on the chat. Yep. All right. And then next week, I'm working on a show for Power Automate. I'm trying to get one of our instructors free for that. If not, me and Joe will definitely have something for you. I'll be posting that up probably tomorrow, scheduling it tomorrow so you guys can know what the topic is. We're just trying to get somebody for Power Automate because I know a lot of people are asking for that last week. So next week, Power Automate, hopefully. If not, we'll probably do a Power BI show. Potentially have another guest, maybe possibly have Chelsea on to talk about Power BI, but we'll see. I'm going to ask around a little bit, but next week for sure, we're working on Power Automate, but we have a backup option. Well, that is it, Carly. Oh, here we got one more question. Clear summary of how people join and participate. So let's see, Mama Ken has, this is helpful. Yeah. I've been with you for a while. I would love to share this with my staff and would like a clear summary, written or video, of how people join and participate. Carly, do you have like a video of how to join everything? I think Carly does have a video on how to join Offsite and how to participate there. So that's definitely something that we can get you. Mama Ken, if you're on Offsite, I'm sure Carly or Marissa will be reaching out to you with that information on how you can join with your staff easily.
Absolutely. And Ben, I even have, I have like a little one sheet as well on this. So maybe we can post it in the YouTube channel or in the comments of this video as well, if that would work. And then, absolutely, Mama Ken, happy to connect with you and make it clear and easy for your staff to join too. So absolutely. If you're in Offsite or you're joining now, I'll find you in there. But we'll also attach, Ben, can we attach some resources to this video on YouTube for people?
Yeah, I'll definitely add the links to the video description.
Okay.
And we can get those. So the links for this will be in the video description. I'll get them right after the show from Carly and I'll add them there. So they'll be there probably in about 5 minutes after the show is done, guys. All right.
Awesome.
And any other questions? If not, we'll wrap this up for today. I'll give it a 3, 2, 1 for the questions because I know there's a little bit of a delay on the live streaming there. Any other questions? I'll just wait, give it maybe a couple more seconds here. Doesn't seem like there's going to be more questions, but
All right.
again, the show flies by. We are way over time. I want to thank Carly for being here today. Thank you very much. And I hope you guys learned a lot about offsite. Again, it's something that we talk about on the channel a lot. And I hope you guys finally, have a deeper understanding of what it is and what we have to offer there for you. Also, remember, if you guys want to earn certificates, you can join our Patreon. I feel like that's the biggest advantage of it, is that we will send you official certificates for finishing up any video. You just sign up on Patreon. We'll get you the information on how you can redeem those certificates. And again, those certificates can be used for continuation credits. If you're in an account, if you're in finance or whatever, there is, continuing education credit requirements. You can actually use those. Each hour is worth one continuing education credit. So it is worth those. But that's all on the certificates as well. So just another thing that we have there as well. I don't think I need to create a video on the Patreon. It's very straightforward. So you won't see that on the show. But again, thank you, Carly, for being on here, and everyone have a great weekend.
Of course. Thank you so much, Ben, for having me. Thank you so much, everybody. Hope to see you on Offsite. Take care.